All right, welcome back to the Playbook Podcast. I'm Trey. This is Jaden, and for the first time on this podcast, we have a special guest, my buddy since elementary school, Javen, quarterback coach from at Rendell High School, Javen Patrick. How y'all doing so far? How y'all doing?
Good.
That's good. It's good. So, most of y'all know, I'll be covering football this fall for high school and WT. Excited for that. So I'll be seeing Javen a lot, and also the head coach as well, covering his team, of course, and West Plains, even if that's his rival and whatnot. So, but yeah, so Javen, we're glad to have you on this podcast. Get to know you a little bit. So, Javen, talk to us about Reno coming up this season. What are you looking forward to this season, man?
Really looking forward to working with the kids. We got an experienced quarterback, and I think everyone in the district has an experienced quarterback, so it's going to be fun. Our defense is returning 8 starters, so the defense will be good, and the offense is really young. Besides the quarterback, so we're going to see how he can lead the team, and just excited to work with these kids.
Yeah. Okay. How long have you been coaching at Rendell?
This is my first year, so.
Oh, your first year?
Yep. Started in January of 25.
Wow, man, that's insane. You went right into it in the middle of the season, huh?
Yeah, I know. We're right into baseball, and this is first year doing football, so I'm real excited.
All right. So, what made you want to do? What made you want to become a head coach? Want to coaching in your career?
Well, my dad, he was a baseball coach, and it's crazy because I can't. I mean, I like coaching baseball, but I'm a big football guy, and like literally since I was little, I've always wanted to be a football coach, offense coordinator, just work with the offense, and followed so many quarterbacks and different schemes and how they work throughout the years, and it's really just grown on me, like just a passion, like coming home and honestly just watching film and is just relaxing to me. And it's kind of weird in other people's eyes, but as a coach, you like to come home and do it and just better your mindset.
Yeah, yeah. I know your dad had a legendary career at Tascosa. I met him. I met him a few times. Got to interview him last year when I
Hmm.
was on 806 Sports. So, but yeah, according to y'all's football last season, y'all were 11 and second in the overall, and you're 4 and 1 second in district.
Hmm.
So, are you expected to do something along those lines, or goes a little bit more deeper this season in football?
Hope to win a district championship and see how far we can go in playoffs, but can't look ahead. You got to take it day by day. You got to go 1-0 every day and then improve from yesterday. Like today's workout, we got to improve tomorrow. So I mean, that's the mindset you got to have. You can't look too far in the future, or you'll get ahead of yourself and you'll get upset. And you just got to win every day.
Okay. What formation do y'all normally run? I know. I covered high school last season because I
Mhm.
did TP. I did camera work for the side.
Mhm.
And went to see it, especially I think Bivens a lot. I know. In high school, it's so common to do RPO
Mhm.
and on the offensive side. So talk to me about what formations y'all doing this season that will make y'all better.
I mean, it's just the football's changed over the years. I mean, it used to be just, ground and pound, hand it up the middle. And now it's kind of, you have this modern day triple option or RPOs. And if you get a quarterback that can read 3 guys at once and he can either give it to a running back, take it himself, or throw a good ball, you can just draw up a lot of stuff. And then like every week you draw up something new. Like, I mean, one week you might like it going into trips, one week you might like doubles, one week you might like empty, one week you might like pistol. I mean, there's just so much you can do if you have that good quarterback who can run, throw, and be smart and calm under pressure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can see that. I
Hmm.
see that a lot throughout high school and even
Hmm.
colleges do that too.
Oh yeah.
So so what about talk to me about the star players and the numbers
Hmm.
too? Like who should we watch out this coming season
Uh,
at Reno High School?
Definitely. I mean, on the offensive side, the defense, I'm not really close with. I know there's a couple good defensive guys. Like I said, they're returning 8 starters. So I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm close with them, but I haven't seen them play much because I'm not around them in practice yet. And but offensively, you have Case and Benton. Really good quarterback. He's it'll also be his third year starting, and he broke the passing record at Randall last year. So I told him our goal this year is to beat that record. But Case and Ben at quarterback, you have Phoenix Sherwood, who is a fast little kid, and he's young. He'll only be a junior, and he's quick. And you got, like I said, they're new guys because I mean you lost a bunch of guys at Randall, like Dylan Ray, really good running back, and
Mhm.
he's going to play baseball at AC now. But I mean you lose him, so just kind of gotta see what these young guys will do, and I mean it's up to them. I mean you can only do as much as coach them, and if they develop, they develop.
Yeah. Jaden, do you have any questions for Javen?
Um, do you plan on being a coach? Is that your end goal, or what is your end goal?
End goals definitely be head coach
Yeah.
somewhere, and I mean, like I said, it's the first like fall at Randall, and it's only been summer for what month and a half, say, and I've literally just the Randall coaches are like family, and it's only been like a month and a half working with football, and I love it. Just I love waking up every morning at 6 a.m. and driving out there, and today it was freaking pouring rain, and we're out there throwing the football around, so I love it.
Do you want to stay like high school, or do you want to go higher up, or what's your?
I want to stay high school for a while, especially while I'm young, just because I mean you can get a lot more experience in the high school than in college when you're young. Because if you're young and doing college, they'll kind of have you do just like the not so much fun work like grading film and whatever, and you don't really have a voice. But like in the high school, since like these kids are kind of close in age, you build that relationship, and they can trust you as a coach and trust you as a friend at the same time. So I kind of want to stay at high school while I'm young and just see where it takes me from there.
Awesome.
Awesome. Um, I know I interviewed you for the Emerald College Ranger
Mhm.
newspaper. Who inspired you, for those out there that want to know, who inspired you to be a coach? And
Definitely my dad. Just it's hard being a coach's kid, but I mean he did it so well, and like all the tasks goes to coaches, especially just growing up around them. And since obviously my dad was a coach, they would come over to the house and just talking football as young as an 8-year old, and then I grow up and I play for them. It's just been around it my whole life, and it's really just life. Coaching is life.
yeah, you say you play with your dad.
Mhm.
Is it different than being and father son first, or is it different? Is it different? Because I know, when I watch more sports shows and movies and stuff like that, someone that becomes a coach's son and coaching playing football for them, like
Mhm.
kind of like All American,
Mhm.
that
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
So is it kind of like something like to that, or is it different being a father son coach? Like how is it?
I mean,
How
it's
was it?
it's it's hard just because when you're on the field or on the baseball diamond, he's a coach. You can't. You got to have like those boundaries, and it just you got to be mature about it, and like you can't joke around or say stuff when you're on the field or playing. But at home he's a dad, you mess around, joke around, whatever. But on the field, it's like he's just another coach, and there's like that father son just gets wiped away. Treat everybody fairly.
Yeah, yeah. I've always want to ask someone that actually like who I know is like an actor.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but did he give you some special treatment, or did he like treat everybody the same?
No, he treated everybody the same. I mean, really at practice, like just kind of it was weird because we really wouldn't talk at practice. It was kind of like we knew, like I knew what he wanted of me, and like he didn't have to tell me. But if he did have to tell me, it definitely wasn't as nice as how he told other people. He was very hard on me for, I guess, just because I'm his son. But no, he treated everybody very fairly, and like some of the guys I played baseball with are like we're still best buddies, and we go golf with him, and now he's like a father to them, and he messes around with them, and have a drink every once in a while. So it's really cool just to see that bond go from when you get your driver's license, and now we're in our 20s, and you're hanging out with the coach.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. Besides coaching, what else? What else do you like to do besides coaching? I know when you're not coaching and all that.
Really, golf. It's literally like my life's very simple. It's you go work, you coach, you do your homework, and then you go golf. That's it's If I'm not doing one of those three things, then I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, dude. I know you're playing college. I know you're a gamer too.
Yeah.
So, do you play? Do you play any other games besides sports games or no?
No, it's literally college football, and I'll probably play college football for probably the next 6 months without changing games.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Jaden are gamers too. I mean, he's
Yep.
a golfer too. Jaden's pretty good at golf.
Good at
He tell
golf.
you, yeah, he's good. He taught me everything, bro, about my short game. He told me how to swing hard because Jaden can tell you, bro. Like when I first started playing golf, dude, I swung for the fences, bro. Because I'm like, I'm gonna be like John Daly, bro.
Yeah, it's weird. The smoother you swing, the further the ball goes, and people do not understand that, but it is the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Jaden told me that, 'cause I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Because because for me, because I hate, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna outdrive them, but turns out sometimes I couldn't. Sometimes I'm like, oh, what the heck is happening? I spun around.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your best part in your golf game? Is your driving, mid game, or short game?
I'd probably have to say the driver. I love
Driver.
swinging. Yeah, love swinging the driver. It took because I'm a lefty, and so I played baseball since I was born, and I'm 21, and I played golf probably since I was about 8,
Oh
and
wow,
I finally this summer don't slice the ball anymore like a baseball player.
really,
So yeah, it took me a long time, but we got it figured out.
Jaden? That's crazy, huh?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I started playing golf during COVID, because I've always wanted to play golf, but I didn't think it'll be like I actually will have fun out there on the course. I've always liked watching it, but yeah, I started playing with Jaden during COVID,
Hmm.
and he's good. He's a good golfer too. In my opinion, bro, his short game is amazing, dude. He taught me his short game, his tricks, and all that stuff,
Yeah,
and also his driver too. He's always been a
yeah,
good driver of the ball.
always a good driver. Yeah, I love golf. It's very
Yeah,
peaceful.
it is peaceful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you like to watch like shows or anything like that, or you just watch straight up sports?
Uh, it depends. I mean, sometimes there's some good shows. Like, I watch a bunch of I'm a big Deion Sanders guy. I know most people aren't
Yeah,
big fans of him, but I'm a big Deion guy in his documentary, and I really, really like him a lot.
yeah, yeah. Nick Rankin on this podcast, man, he can't stand Deion Sanders, man. He can't stand it. I don't know why. Like he's a Cowboys fan, but the thing is with Nick, he just hates the Colorado fans, bro. He hates the
Yeah.
Colorado fans.
Yeah.
I mean, Jenny can tell you, bro. He can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a big primetime fan too. Have you seen have you ever been to like a major sports event where you see him coach or anything like that or no?
Um, I've been to a lot of big things. I haven't seen Dion. Um, Trying to think the coolest thing I've seen. I mean, seeing Tiger Woods was up there. That was pretty cool. Um,
When'd you see Tiger? When'd you see him play?
it was the 2022 PGA Championship in Tulsa,
Wow, man.
and it was. I don't understand how he can hit the ball without hitting people because, like, you think of the fairways or like at Ross Rogers, like the tree line. Okay, imagine the fairway is lined with people and it's 20 people deep and you're shoulder to shoulder. Like you cannot move. It is insane.
I don't know. Travis says Maine Woodley is better than Tiger Woods, bro. What's your thoughts on that?
That I mean, pe- that's people say I look like Minwoo because I got the mustache going, and so that's every time I play. My dad, if I make a putt, he gives me the old "let him cook." So, I
That's
he's not better than Tiger Woods. No one will ever be better than Tiger Woods, and that is proven.
I agree, man. Like my point is this, man. Jack Nicklaus is great. I'll
Yeah,
give him credit. But I'm sorry to tell you this, but he ain't no Tiger Woods, man. He is no Tiger Woods.
no, he's not Tiger, and that run. I wish I was alive to see Tiger's 2000 year because
Me
that
too,
was
bro.
impressive.
I wish I wish I grew up in the 1990s to watch the whole 2000s era of Tiger Woods, bro.
Oh yeah.
I would
Yeah.
I probably I would have been I would have been playing golf a lot earlier than I did am now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. So besides, do you watch like reality TV shows or non-reality TV shows, or do you just watch sports only?
I mean, you might catch me watching a little Outer Banks here or there, you know. I mean, I used to watch Big Duck Dynasty guy. Um, really,
Yeah,
that
those are good shows.
yeah, it's really it. I mean, it's summer, like I said, summer is usually your summer workouts. You get your homework done. I go play golf. I come home and restart. So that's like the everyday routine.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
One show, crazy. What's crazy, bro? I watch Yellowstone. Okay, I've been watching that
Okay.
show, and I recommend you watching it. But Jenny can tell you now that I watched that stupid show, I want to be a cowboy too, bro. Like, bro, I bought a pair of boots today. I never would have thought in my life I'd be wanting to buy a pair of boots, but yeah. I mean, I get your point, man. I mean, when fall comes along, man, and football comes along, and
Mhm.
spring, of course, I watch straight up sports.
Yep.
That's all there is to watch, really, is sports. It's
Mhm.
my job too, So,
Yeah.
but like here and there, I'll watch the non-reality TV shows, but mainly it's just sports for me, man.
Yeah. I mean, I get bored when there's no sports on. Like baseball's
I
fun to
know.
watch, but it gets a little old.
Yeah, it gets a little boring, huh? Gets a
It's a
little
little
boring.
it's a lot more boring now that I'm watching it instead of playing it. You know, it's like it's just not it don't
Yeah.
have the same feel.
Yeah, have you been to a baseball game before or no?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been to a ton. Like a guy that graduated from Tascosa, we're really good friends. He pitched for the Braves in the World Series, and then he got traded to the Angels, and he got his tickets to a bunch of games. So we've flown to Philly to see him. Flown to LA to see him, but now he pitches in I can't remember. He pitches overseas, so I can't really talk to him because like right now I think it's like 4 in the morning there. So like when I'm
Oh
asleep,
wow.
he's awake. Yeah. And I can't read their stats because it's all in a foreign language and I don't know what language it is, but I think he's pitching good because he posts on Instagram and it looks like they won. So
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
yeah.
Do you have friends that play? I know you told me you know people that played baseball at AC.
Hmm.
I know some. I think you said some of them went pro. If I'm right, am I right about
Not
that?
not from AC. One of the guys in the conference played for New Mexico Junior College. A bunch of those guys got drafted, so that was
Oh,
crazy
okay,
to see. A bunch of the guys I played with right now are at the D1 level, so that's cool.
that's cool, man. That's
Mhm.
awesome. So, Jenny, got any more questions? You got questions for him?
Nothing I could think of at the moment.
Um, so do you have time? Do you have more time, or you gotta go?
Probably just like a couple more minutes, and I need to get to bed because the alarm clock will be here before I know it.
All right. So so now, I'm asking something. So on this podcast,
Hmm.
there's a lot of GOAT talk between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. So who's your GOAT
In
and
basketball,
why?
it's not even close. It's Michael Jordan, and it's not even close. Like what? Like let's put it this way: who's the greatest quarterback of all time?
Tom Brady.
Why?
because he has. I mean, because of the longevity and the consistency.
And how many Super Bowls?
He has 7.
Okay, and compare finals from LeBron to Michael Jordan. And that's all you got to know.
Okay. 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 Interesting. For me, it's a tie, man.
A tie.
I can't choose one.
It's you gotta base like, I mean that's why that's why Peyton Manning isn't in the conversation for the GOAT. Drew Brees isn't in the conversation for the GOAT. It's because Tom Brady has rings, so it's got to It's the same thing in basketball. I mean, like
Hold on. So Travis is getting. So my friend Travis on his podcast. He's getting so. He's right now getting mad. He also asked you a question. What's the best person you played against in football and in baseball?
best person in baseball, probably the guy who got the last out in the College World Series. I got to face him in high school. His name was Chase Shores.
Dang, bro.
So he was only 6'9", 6'8", and threw like 98. So it he was pretty good. And
And
then
he played against that guy, bro.
yeah, it was an experience. And then football, football. Played against the quarterback at Baylor right now, Sawyer Robertson. I mean, I played with Avion Carter, Major Everhart. I mean, those guys are gonna have good careers. But I think, yeah, no, we never played Kobe McKenzie. He's at OU. But probably the quarterback at Baylor. He went to Lubbock Coronado, and he was really good.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that I did not know you played against those. I did not know you played against that pitcher, bro.
Yeah, he. I was 1 for 2 against him. I got a single, and then he struck me out. But I kid you not. I think his slider moved more than a wiffle ball, so it was. I think it moved a good like 3 feet. I was like, okay, yeah, that. I don't think I'm touching that.
Man, that's insane, bro. That's insane. How about But yeah, my friend Travis on here is kind of shocked. He's kind of shocked that you play against him, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a few. I mean, I've played against some really, really good athletes. Played with really, really good athletes. So it's a blessing.
Yeah, yeah. So in baseball, who do you think is the go in baseball is?
I mean, you have to say Babe Ruth, but just that one's hard. Just because I mean, you can't compare pitchers and hitters.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, I don't know. Baseball is it's kind of crazy because not many people have a bunch of World Series rings like guys in the NFL or guys in the NBA do.
yeah. That's a good point. Because Travis, before you asked you that question,
Mhm.
he said that you can probably Jordan LeBron. He said team sport versus individual.
Yeah.
And because LeBron last week said on his podcast on Monday Game that he thinks that ring culture is taking a different shift now
Hmm.
because he brought up Babe Ruth out because he not Babe Ruth Barry Bonds because he thinks I think majority of America thinks including myself I think Bonds
Hmm.
is the best baseball player ever.
Yeah.
I don't know your take on that, but that's what I've seen. I've seen his games too and his stats. And with LeBron and Jordan,
Hmm.
like he thinks basically said that he's better than Jordan on this pod.
No, he's not better.
He's not better? You don't think so?
That's okay. That's like Mike Trout, probably one of the best baseball players in our generation.
Right.
And no one ever brings him up as the GOAT. Why? Because he hasn't really been in the playoffs. I mean, if you look at his
Yeah.
career, he hits over 300 every year in the MLB.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very hard to do for people who don't know. But
Yeah, that's hard.
I mean, to do that for what 15 years, and he's not brought. It's just the same thing as LeBron and MJ. Like it's about rings, it's about
Yeah.
championships.
Yeah, that's insane, bro. That's pretty insane. How you think? Because for me, the reason why I have him as a tie, because
Mm.
I look at LeBron's career, what he's done
Mm-hmm.
for 20 plus years in the NBA, which is insane.
Yeah, I mean that's
And for,
insane.
I mean, I don't think we're ever seeing anybody like that ever again in
Mhm.
my lifetime. Even I don't care what sport it is. No one will ever do it like that, the way he did it in the high level. And with Jordan, he did it in an era where no one expected him to become great. You know, like
Yeah.
you look at his going to North Carolina, he was a 3.5 recruit, which
Yeah.
is not that good in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
He took him 3.5 recruit and became one of the best players ever in the
Mhm.
generation he played in. And to me, it was ahead of his time. I mean, Nick Rickett thinks on his podcast that he played against plumbers and firemen, that no defense was allowed. And then Jaden over here says about 3-1 comeback. But for me, bro, I can't choose one. I mean, Nick gets mad at me about that. But I think the one name in the GOAT in basketball that's really disrespect to the lost Kobe Bryant, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah, I like Kobe. And I think another one that's who will never have a season like he did was Russell Westbrook's triple double average season. No one will ever have that
Yeah,
season for a long time.
yeah, yeah. That's a good point. I forgot about that.
I mean, and that's hard to do through 82 games to average a triple double.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he won MVP that year too.
Yeah,
I think that's
MVP. Yep.
yeah, he won MVP that year. Yeah. How about So I know you're a Thunder fan. So how you feel about the Thunder winning it all this season?
Dude, I wanted to go to the parade so bad, but we had workouts, and I was so sad because it was packed in Oklahoma City. I was I was like, I didn't want to skip work. Cut out.
Oh,
Oh, there it goes. I didn't want to skip workouts to go to the parade, but man, did it look awesome.
yeah. How about I know you're who's your NFL team again? Oh, I think we lost Javen. Sorry, technical difficulties. This is our first time.
There
Oh,
we
there's
go.
Javen. There you go.
There we go. It got back.
Yeah. Who's your NFL team?
I'm not a big NFL guy.
Or not?
I'm really not. No, I do fantasy, but I don't. I'm not a diehard. I mean, I'm not a big professional sports guy until playoffs. Like I just think it's a little rigged.
You think it's rigged?
I think it's a little rigged. And when I went to Vegas, I thought it was really rigged because I bet on some teams and the spread did not hit when it should have hit.
Yeah. I betting sports because it's grown a lot, man. You never would have thought.
Oh,
That would have been like a
Mhm.
long time ago. So who do you have? So since you're not a big NFL guy, who in your opinion was winning all this year in the NFL?
In the NFL, who's gonna win it all? Honestly, just I think Baltimore will.
Baltimore?
I think they're going to have a big revenge story because I know Mark Andrews thinks about that 2-point conversion every night that hit him in the chest. So I think the Ravens have a big comeback. I bet it's a bird versus bird Super Bowl, and I think it's Ravens Eagles.
Yeah, hello, Travis. Cowboys ain't doing jack this year, bro. Sorry to tell you that.
The Cowboys are not. I'm sorry, though.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal, man. You know, I'm a Cowboys fan. And I don't know who to root for, man. Like the Cowboys are. I already know they're gonna do terrible this year because you got some guy we never heard of, Brock Schottenheimer, and whatever his name is, and they signed Dak a long-term deal, and I don't know, man. Kind of disappointed in the Cowboys right now. But who do you got coming out of the NFC to meet the Ravens?
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
Eagles again, yeah. But I don't think they get it done. I think they get beat by the Ravens. I think it's a really good game, but I think the Ravens pull it out.
That'd be crazy, bro. The Ravens win it all this year, man.
I mean, they're due. They're due for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, like you look at the Madden covers. I know it's calling it Madden cover, but it's so weird. No one's who's been on that video game cover has won Super Bowl. That team has never won Super Bowl at all.
Yeah. I mean,
they're like Ray Lewis didn't win it one time, and also you also have this Mahomes was on it a few times. He didn't win anything.
yep.
Also with the with Tom Brady a few times and then win.
Mm-hmm. I
But
know
yeah,
it's rigged, man. It's rigged.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe Chiefs last year kind of rigged it. If Chiefs kind of did, but that's about it.
Just I'm telling you, go when the football comes on and you look at the sports lines, go watch how close they are and like how it comes down to a nail biter. And if the over under is 49 and a half, the ending score will combine to be 49 or 50. It is crazy how close they are.
That's a good point. I never thought about it like that. That's.
Yo,
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out this season.
check it out because there's been times where I'm like, wow. And it's crazy though, because like if I picked a team to win by 6, okay, they're up by 6. All they gotta do is kick the extra point. They missed the extra point. I mean, you're not telling me it's not rigged?
Yeah. How about? I mean, I get if it was rich, bro. I think the Cowboys could have won Super Bowl then, bro. That's my point. Because that's America's team.
If the Cowboys win a Super Bowl, Dallas will burn down. I think that's why the Cowboys can't win a Super Bowl. Because
But
every year the Cowboys sign someone in the offseason, all the fans are hype about it. Like this year, it's George Pickens. George Pickens will go off week 1 and 2, and then the Cowboys won't do anything after that. It's the same story every year.
yeah, I mean, I can see your point about being rich, but man, that's just hard for me to believe because I mean, Tom Brady freaking could have won undefeated and had the greatest season ever if he
Mhm.
beat the Giants, but I don't know. I can see your point. I see your point, though. I see
Yeah.
your point, but especially with the Chiefs.
Yeah, Vegas knows, man. Vegas knows.
Yeah, but yeah, man. It was good having you on the podcast, bro.
Yeah,
If
thanks
you
for
have,
having me.
yeah, man. If you, I mean, what's your contact information for those out there that want to know it? Your contact information.
If you want to reach me, just look it up on Instagram. It's Javen Patrick _27, and then Twitter or X, I guess, is what it's now called. I'm on that a lot. It's just Javen Patrick.
It's Stephen Patrick.
Yeah, just Javen Patrick.
All right, man. And also, how about Randall Sports? Where can you follow those on?
Definitely Twitter. Let me see what the name. I can't remember if it's Raider Football, Randall Football. Let me see. It is under. Well, if I can find it. I think it's just Randall Raider Football.
Randall
Yeah,
Raider
it's-
Football.
Yeah, just Randall Raider Football.
All right, man. Well, man, thank you for coming on the podcast, bro. Anytime you want to come on, bro. Anytime you want to come on.
Yeah.
I know football's coming up pretty quickly.
Mhm.
So if you want to come on and talk about the games or
Oh
have
yeah, most
Chris on,
definitely.
let me know, man. Let me know.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bro.
Y'all have a good night.
You too, man. Good night, bro.
See ya.
All right, Jaden. This guy's a good interview, huh? Good look. First guess. Jaden, I can't hear you.
Hear me?
All right. Now I can. What'd you say?
No, I said we finally had a guest.
I know, bro. After like 3 months, dude. But anyways, Javen Patrick, shout out to him again and his whole crew and Randall and Travis, bro. You should have told me that, bro. You couldn't. You want to come on, Travis? But anyway, so but yeah, he said congrats too.
Oh, thanks, Travis.
Yeah, congrats, Jaden. Jaden got engaged out there, bro, this past 4th of July week. But now back to sports now, mainstream sports. A lot going on. Nick might join us. We don't know yet. He's coming off work, and if he gets off early, he'll come on the podcast, send him the link and whatnot. I know Nick's scared. He's scared, dude. He's so scared. But anyway, so Chris Paul is announcing that he will retire from the NBA this upcoming season. Right now, he's a free agent. So, do you think he'll sign with anybody this season or no?
That's hard to judge. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he will though. I mean, with it being his last season, I don't know anybody that would sign him.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul's done for staying down on a freaking panel because I think he's ruined his chance for making it in the team this year, bro. He's ruined
Yeah.
his chance.
I think what he should have done is
Not saying
Yes.
anything.
secured himself, on a team, and then made the announcement. But I mean, either way, I mean it's his career, so I mean that's how he chose
Yeah.
to reveal it. Then that's how he chose to.
Yeah, he's 41 years old too, bro. 41. But yeah, if he retires, where do you see his legacy this upcoming season? Like how would you see his legacy?
Like if he retires,
Yeah. If he retires, like once he retires, well, how will you remember his legacy?
I mean, Chris Paul. I mean, he's definitely a great player. I mean, I don't even know how many years he's played, but he's played for quite a few
Since
years.
05. Yeah, since 2005. Wow.
So 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. And then fake Trey Lopez, I don't know who that is. Fake Trey Lopez says, "Well, it's young." Well, fake Trey Lopez, in basketball, if you play in 40+ years in the NBA, bro, you're impressive.
Especially at his height, because he wasn't really like compared to the rest of the
wasn't
NBA, he wasn't that tall.
No, he wasn't. I mean,
He
I'll
was-
never forget, bro. He posterized Dwight Howard big time. He posterized him.
Yeah. So
But
I
yeah,
mean, for him to play as effectively as he did throughout his career for his height, I think he did really good.
yeah. So Lakers got a center. DeAndre Ayton signed it finally as a Laker. What's his face? The new owner of the Lakers actually woke the Lakers fans up. They got more depth.
Mhm.
I know they also have I forgot who they drafted. I'm gonna look real quick. Let me see real quick.
Oh,
Who did the Lakers draft? The Lakers drafted. Oh my word! Not last year. The Lakers drafted Aldo Thero. I don't know if I said that right. Aldo Thero is a Laker. I saw his basketball and his highlights and stuff like that in some games. He has freaking bouncing, bro. He's a hopper, bro. He's long, he's strong, he's tall. So Lakers need that.
yeah.
Needed that. So where can you see the Lakers contending next season in the NBA?
Well, one of the biggest things, that the Lakers suffered from was not having a center.
Yeah.
And, I think all season everybody, at least I know we were talking about it here, about how they really needed a center. And they got DeAndre Ayton. So, I mean, I think he'll be a great asset to the Lakers. And I think that the Lakers will stand a better chance this season having some height on their team.
Yeah.
And, actually having a dedicated center. So I think that'll be good for them. And, I think the Lakers just, actually want it this season. I think they have a good chance. Because they played good last season. They just fell apart in the playoffs.
Yeah. I think too that will help a lot is that we have actually arrested LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
Because last season, LeBron went from the Olympics to the NBA like that.
Yeah.
They had 1 month off, and then they had to go back into it. So, I mean, he's working out a few times. I've seen it. I don't know if you've seen it on his Instagram page, but
Yeah.
But he looks good at 40 years old, bro. Moving like that. Oh my God. That's why people consider him the GOAT. For me, it's a tie still. But anyways, I see them probably continuing the Western Conference Finals next season, maybe the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Because right now the West is open. I mean, Nuggets lost Jamal Murray and Marco Porter Jr.
Yeah.
No, not Murray. My bad. They lost Michael Porter Jr. and I know Miss Burris might have Wimby. Rockets got stronger this season. Grizzlies suck. Straight up. Phoenix is terrible too, so it's open now.
Yeah.
The Warriors are not going to be the same as they were last year because Jimmy Butler might I don't know. He might be like, I'm tired of the trend now. I know Draymond Green's turning. How old is Draymond Green turning? I forgot how old Draymond Green is. So Draymond Green is 35. So he has. I know he might. He hasn't signed in a contract yet. So we don't know what's happening with the Warriors. And Draymond Green is an important piece of the Warriors, whether you like it or not, out there, because he can actually set your pick and rolls, and he's a passer of the basketball too. So make sure. So if they don't sign him, they're cooked. So you gotta know.
Yeah.
Travis, Green is an asset to the team, bro. Come on, bro. Without Draymond Green, they ain't winning 4 championships. That's for sure. Anyways, but yeah, Green is lucky he's not quad dog Tigers yet, bro. What does that even freaking mean? Hey, Travis, bro, I got boots, bro. You want to see the boots? Travis, this is for you, bro. Travis, what do you think? What do you think, Travis? Thanks to Jaden. Jaden helped me pick those out, by the way. Shout out to Boot Barn, too. Shout out to Boot Barn and Jaden, too, for helping me out because I was nervous, bro. Jaden can tell you how nervous I was buying boots, bro.
He was.
But yeah, anyways, back to sports now. So Bronny James had 10 points in his G League last night. So can he prove people wrong this next season, Jaden?
I think he can. But I think the biggest thing with him, is they just gotta give him more playing time.
Yeah.
Because he really didn't get a lot of playing time last season, but in the times that he did go out, he performed decently. So I think this season is his chance to put himself out there, and I think he's got a good shot at.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's I think I agree. Travis said that everybody thought that he was going to come into the league and drop 60 points just because his last name is James.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Before I answer my question, I'm gonna say something right now about Bronny James and LeBron James. So last year I was on the show, and he said that's nepotism, that LeBron should get fines and whatnot. Here's the deal, okay? LeBron James. Here's the deal. Bronny James was the 55th pick last year in his 2024 draft. In my opinion, who's better in that draft besides Bronny James, besides Stephon Castle and Dalton Connect? Nobody was. Okay? I mean, the people you saw was from freaking Europe and people from overseas and people from, bad teams. And that no one you never heard of a college basketball, basically. No big names came out of college basketball last season. Not one person. Not one. Okay? So people say that Braun should have gotten fined and whatnot. Well, if you want to do that, Giannis wanted his brother to play on the same team as he did.
mm-hmm.
Look what happened. He didn't get fined. And before he got his cardiac arrest, he was a 4-star all-around 80 and 90 overall grade in his draft in 2023. Literally, before his cardiac arrest.
Mm-hmm.
He was, bro, he was on Bars Live. He was on Slam on Instagram. He was there was a game on he even debuted on ESPN, bro, one time in high school. Really, I'm being for real. It was them versus Carmelo Sun's team. He's his third high school player that and since ESPN's been debuted that he would have been it was Kobe Bryant, LeBron, and Bronny James have been on a high school level of basketball. They got hyped around about.
Mhm.
He's the only player ever done that. But I think this season he'll be a lot better. I mean, he looks good. He looks like he's looking really, really good in G League so far. He ain't scared of the moment now. I think it's really developed a lot. So I think this year he has a lot of potential to become an all-time, like not great, all-time great, but pretty good in season 2 because people forget how good he was before he got his cardiac arrest. He was really good. He was really, really good, bro. Some people have him a 5-star recruit coming out of high school.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Travis said if his dad didn't want to play with him so bad, he would have been in college, which is true. Yeah, I think he would have been good in college. James was playing a tour together. He just never developed because he was rushing to the league because of James playing together storyline. I see your point, Travis, but it's not because of LeBron. He's in the league. I mean, Stephen A. Smith. Don't be like Stephen A. Bro. Don't be like Stephen A. But yeah. So now we're going to the NFL now. NFL is coming back very soon. We got preseason coming up at the end of the month. Also, we got we're also 9 Sundays away from the NFC from the regular season overall. So every week we're gonna break down the division. Last week we did the AFC West with Nick. Jaden, do you want to share your thoughts on the AFC West for next season? Did you not do it last week? Like who do you got? Who do you? What's your ranking teams in the AFC West? Like who do you got winning the division, second, third, fourth, or a fallout? Like what's your thoughts on the AFC West this coming season?
Yeah. I feel like for the most part, I feel like it's kind of open in the West. I mean, you have the Chiefs, but I mean, the Chiefs are probably going to win the West.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's kind of a toss-up for the rest of the teams.
Yeah.
I don't think the Broncos will do that good. So I'll probably put them at last, but I think it's a toss-up between the Chargers and the Raiders. I feel like they can go either way there.
Yeah. I think for me, last week I said the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Raiders, and the Chargers because the Broncos had a good last season. Last year they're 11-6.
Mm-hmm.
And Bo Nix was runner-up for Rookie of the Year too, behind Jaden Daniels. So plus they got Greenlaw, who signed from the Jets. Last year second in defensive rating according to PFF. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So now to the AFC South. We got the Texans, the Colts, the Jaguars, and Titans. So Jaden, rank these teams and who do you have winning the division? So going in the AFC South, you have the Texans 10-7, Colts 8-9, the Jaguars 4-13, and Titans 3-14. So who's your rank those teams in order, and who do you got winning the AFC South?
I think I have it in that exact order. I think the Texans will take that division. I don't really see much out of the Titans or the Jaguars this season. They didn't really show me that much last season. So, unless something drastically changes for them, then I don't really see them doing much in the South. But I really got the Texans winning that division. The Colts may stand a chance, but I think the Texans I think they're dominant in that division right now.
Yeah. Real quick. I'm on PFF real quick. So, last year Texans were 17th in offense, 11th in defense. I know CJ Stroud got hurt last season due to he got hurt last season, so I understand that. They also have Nico Collins, of course. So CJ Stroud was quarterback ranked 18th according to PFF. He had 20 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. He kind of fell off in his rookie year, by the way. But he was 15th in passing yards, dead last in interceptions, which is pretty good. Scrambles yards is 253. He had an okay season last season. So I think he'll do something better. So I got them number 1. And the Colts, I think they might fall off.
Yeah.
Because I think their quarterback doesn't want to play sometimes, and he wants to sit out too. Because last season, their defense carried them. They were ninth in defense and 19th in offense.
Yeah.
And sure, Anthony Richardson is a good quarterback, but he sometimes likes that mentality of wanting to play every time on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they will be third in the division. The Jaguars, they got Travis Hunter, of course. So Trevor Lawrence, I think with Travis Hunter, I think he'll do really good. But here's the deal. Now there can't be no more excuses for Travis Hunter why he's bad. There can't be no more excuses why he's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Travis Hunter now. So I don't want to hear that nonsense why he's playing bad and all sorts of stuff. As the case, then he's overrated. So right now, I'm gonna put the Jaguars 2 behind the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the Colts 3rd and Titans 4th. So that's my division. So it's the Texans, Jaguars, and Colts and Titans next season.
Yeah.
But yeah. So every week we'll break down a conference in the NFL. Now, so Jaden, who's your top 5 MVPs for next season in the NFL?
In no particular order. I think the top 5 that I think can have contention for MVP. I think Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Jaden Daniels, and Joe Burrow.
Okay.
That's my no particular order top 5.
Okay. Wow. That's an interesting list. I agree with you. Except I have Mahomes out of the list, bro. So for me, it's Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna give you Jamar Chase, and then I'm gonna give you. I put Mahomes in it. I'll put Mahomes number 5. So yeah, he's in the top 5 for me.
Yeah.
Because you can't count him out. You can't. So speaking of Mahomes, can he rebound after last season? Jaden, do you think he'll have a rebound this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, unless he just randomly falls apart and has a terrible season. But because, I mean, they were almost unstoppable in the regular season. But then the playoffs fell off.
Yeah.
And we talked about this last season. Towards the end of the regular season, they started to kind of fall off a little bit. And, we kind of gave them the excuse of, they're just preparing for the playoffs. They don't need to try hard. They're just going to coast to the playoffs and then really start trying hard in the playoffs. Well, the playoffs come and there was no change.
All right.
They just slowly kept falling apart. And then the Super Bowl was just, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about the Super Bowl because that was insane. They fell apart big time, especially Mahomes. He fell apart big time in the Super Bowl. So I think they can rebound. I think the way that the season ended might give Mahomes more fuel to make up for last season. So I hope they can rebound, but I'm sure they can. I'm sure they'll be okay.
Yeah, here's the deal for me. I think Mahomes is great.
Mm-hmm.
Top 2 in my book in quarterback history behind Tom Brady. Top 2 for me. Here's the deal, okay? 2023, he had 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Last season, he had 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Same numbers, but less yards and less attempts.
Mm-hmm.
I blame Nick Wright for calling this guy to go because I feel like it came from because of him. He made everyone give excuses for the Chiefs of why they lost every time. I blame Nick Wright for this stuff, for hyping him up to be the GOAT. Because Jaden, in 2022, this is his words right now. I have it right here on my according to my article. He said this: I think he's the greatest football player ever, better than Brady, than Jerry Rice, and whatever the case may be. Nick, come on the podcast, bro. You're scared. I know you are. I know you're scared, Nick. Join the podcast right now when you're driving. Anyway, so I think he really. Oh, there's Nick right here. My boy Nick came, bro.
I'm here.
Nick came.
I'm
You
here.
made it.
I'm
Nick
here.
Hey,
I'm here, fellas.
Nick, take over the host, bro. It's your show.
Oh man, sorry boys. Sorry I couldn't make it till now. Just got off work. I don't want to talk about the scary stuff, man. I don't want to talk about the job.
So Nick, who do you got? We broke down the AFC South. So who do you got in the AFC South this year, and break down that division for us?
The AFC South, man. So I think that the Texans. I like where the Texans are at. I think they have the best quarterback in the division, right? I think that CJ Stroud's the best quarterback in that division. I do like where the Jags are now. They got Travis Hunter, who's one of the best talents in the draft. Arguably, I'd say maybe the most valuable player in the draft because he plays both sides of the ball. I think that's pretty big deal. And they said they're going to use him in both. We've talked a little bit about in some other episodes where we exactly see him playing. I said personally, I think a 75-25 split, the offense to defense would be nice, but it seems like all signs point to him being 50-50 on both sides of the ball. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's huge for them. So I like the Jags at 2 in that division. I think that the Colts take the biggest hit.
Yeah,
they won 8 games last year. I don't see them winning 8 games this year. I see the Titans taking a pretty big jump as well. Drafting Cam Ward.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he'll be a rookie, but he's a better quarterback than they had all of last year. So I could see them contending for that 3rd spot with the Colts. But for me, I'd go Texans 1. I think they could win 11, 12 games. CJ Stroud did have his sophomore slump. I think we see him play a little bit better next year, leading them to 11 to 12 wins. I see the Jags at 2. I could see them winning 8 to 9 games, which would be a pretty big leap over 4. Dude, are you about to say Cam Ward is not better than who is that? Will Levis? You tell me he's not better than Will Levis, man?
That mayonnaise, bro.
Dude, he puts mayonnaise in his coffee. Anyone's better at quarterback than him. That man is not a leader. He makes 2 great throws a game. I mean, that guy has every single week he had a crazy play, a horrible interception. And there was one where he's on his knees. He was on his knees. He had his hands on his head. No, dude, Cam Ward is way better
Travis
than
is
him.
drunk, dude.
Travis is drunk. I've seen the Mayo Man, and I think he's absolutely atrocious.
Mayonnaise is nasty anyway. So
yeah, I mean, like mayo on a sandwich, but not in my coffee. That's atrocious.
Gross,
that's really gross. So I like Texans at 1. I like the Jaguars at 2. I think the Colts slip to 7, 6, maybe 5 wins, and I could see the Titans. If the Titans went to 5 wins or 6 wins, that'd be a huge improvement over last year. So I could definitely see that. I see the Jags making the biggest leap, the Colts making the biggest the biggest slide, and I see the Texans getting a little bit better. So that's where I'm at. I'm at there for sure.
You know what, JD, I'm gonna choose my answer on this thing. I think I have Texans, Jags, and Titans, and then Colts.
Yeah.
I forgot they drafted Cam Horn. I forgot about that. I freaking forgot about that.
Yeah.
So,
So that's big for them. That's really big for them for sure.
But yeah. So Nick, what are your thoughts about Mahomes this year? What do you think he will do? You think he'll rebound or not?
I think I want to say I see Mahomes rebounding. I know you were talking about his stats as I joined. Just to reiterate those real quickly, I do think that Chiefs team last year was not nearly as good as their record indicated. I feel like their defense helped them in a lot of those wins. Mahomes, 3,900 yards, 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He was 8th in QBR at 67. So 7th in yards, 9th in touchdowns, tied for 95th in interceptions. Not a great year, right? We're used to Mahomes going out there and lighting it up. We've seen him throw 50 touchdowns. We've seen him throw 41 touchdowns. And now we're back-to-back years, 2023, he had a worse year than he did this year. I think he had 27 touchdowns, but 14 interceptions. Yeah. This year, he was a little bit more efficient. His completion percentage was a tick better, literally 0.3% better. But, he turned on the interceptions. Well, I want to see, what I want to see from Mahomes? I want to see clean football. Okay, if you're not going to throw for 50 touchdowns or 40 touchdowns, let's get those interceptions down. So I want to see if he does that. I want to see 4,000 yards, 30 to 35 touchdowns, 9, 8, 7 around their interceptions. I think you're getting Rashee Rice back. You're getting another year of Xavier Worthy. So you get more weapons. Your weapons are going to be back. Hollywood Brown should be there for most of the year. He was out for a lot of last year due to injury. So I definitely think he can rebound for sure.
Yeah. Go ahead, take over.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna talk a little bit of college football, and since I'm getting the go ahead to take over, we're breaking down the Big 12. Okay,
do it.
Break down the Big 12. I'm really excited for this year. So the way the Big 12 looks right now, obviously it's been shaken up quite a bit due to the Texas leaving to the SEC. So it's kind of the most wide open division now. Last year we saw Arizona State win it, and this year we can see a plethora of different teams winning it. So I want to briefly touch on obviously anyone who knows why I picked the Big 12, because that's where Texas Tech is. But I want to break it down. So last year, I want to go over a little bit of last year. I'm going to leave out the bottom half. So Oklahoma State, they were 0-9 in the Big 12. I'm going to leave out. So Oklahoma State, UCF, Arizona, Utah, and Houston, and Cincinnati is kind of where I want to cut it out, because I have no idea what their programs are going to look like next year. They could make a big leap. They could do nothing. They could be just as bad. Cincinnati was 5-2, and then they lost 5 in a row and ended 5-7. So, but here's what I want to start. I want to start at Kansas. Kansas is it seems like they're an on and off program to me. It's like sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. I don't really know. I could see them being a touch better, in my opinion, but I'm not sure. Kansas State, West Virginia, and Kansas. I'm sorry, not Kansas State. West Virginia and Kansas are kind of in that spot for me. Sometimes they're good and contenders in the Big 12. Sometimes they're not. But now we're going to get to the real big hitters here at Kansas State. Kansas State's always a solid team in the Big 12. They're 5-4 last year, but 9-4 overall. So they were 4-0 in non-conference play, which is pretty impressive. And then we're on to my Raiders, my Red Raiders. The Red Raiders were 8-5 last year. I don't know if you guys have seen the portal. The Texas Tech has gone absolutely insane in the college football portal. They have let me do the portal rankings here. I'm going to get this up. I didn't have time. I just got home, guys, and immediately hopped on the pod because that's just how I do things. Here we go. Perfect. So the Texas Tech has the most 4 stars. LSU is rated slightly higher, a point higher than Texas Tech. That means their recruits overall have a higher average. That's it. Texas Tech is at 13 4-star recruits, 13 4-star transfers. I'm so sorry. So we're gonna break that down. So Micah Hudson goes from Texas Tech to A&M back to Texas Tech, and just the craziest. He saw that transfer class. He's like, I gotta hop on back on that. So Micah Hudson's coming back. Micah, if you're watching this, buddy, just read the playbook, get out there and play football. Just don't worry about anything else. All right. David Bailey, an edge transferring over from Stanford. He's another 4-star. Lee Hunter, who was the highest rated defensive lineman in the portal, transferring over for UCF. Another edge, Romello Height from Georgia Tech, transferring over to Texas Tech. Another 4-star in Howard Sampson, an offensive tackle. Terrence Carter, I think he was the highest rated tight end in the portal, coming over from the Raging Cajuns. I don't even know where that is, but apparently he was pretty good. I'm imagining somewhere in Louisiana. But and then Will Jados, another 4-star offensive tackle. Bryce Pollock, one of the best corners in the draft coming over from, in the portal coming over from Mississippi State. Reggie Virgil, another 4-star wide receiver coming over from Miami. Then we have Quinton Joyner, who is a running back from UCS. He's coming over, another 4-star. Hunter Zambrano, my guy. I saw him on a plane flying back to Lubbock, so we're like basically best friends.
Who?
He's a Hunter Zambrano. Me and him are real tight. USC, my bad. I sat right behind him. You
say hi to him?
Yeah, I said, "Hey man, welcome to Lubbock and Wreckham." He said, "Thanks, man." I was like, "You are not in college, man. You are a grown man." He's a beast. He's a tackle coming over. He's a guard. He's coming over from Illinois State. Then we have Amir Boyd, another cornerback coming over from UTEP. Do you see how many 4-stars this is? Cole Wazinski, he's a safety, which is going to be huge. He's coming over from North Dakota State, and then a bunch of high-rated 3-stars. And we aren't losing any 4-stars because the only 4-star we were losing is Micah Hudson, and he recommitted back to Texas Tech. And then a couple days ago, I'm going to pull this guy up here. It was one of the biggest deals ever. 5-star offensive tackle Felix Ojo commits to Texas Tech, landing a $5.1 million deal. He's rated 20 overall, 20 in the ESPN 300. He's 6'7", 285. He's out of Mansfield, Texas. He's ESPN's number 4 rated offensive tackle in the country, and he's coming over from next year in 2026. So Tech just proved that they can have the best portal in the portal transfer class in the year, and now they're proving that they can land 5-star recruits, landing Mike Hudson last year, landing Felix Ojo this year. I mean, this guy's an absolute freak of nature. He could be, Texas Tech's Joe Alt. So this is a big deal. $5.1 million is absolutely absurd.
That's insane money, bro.
Yeah, that's just insane money. He's definitely going to. He's the first 5-star, so he's the second 5-star we've had since Micah Hudson. Now Texas Tech, with the help of some very, 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 very wealthy boosters, Cody Campbell, is going to be able to compete with big colleges, right? So I'm super excited for that. So for you guys, where do you guys think Texas Tech could land? In my opinion, I'm not even being a homer here. I'm just looking at the way their roster is going to look next year. They could win this division and go undefeated, I think, because they have an easy schedule too.
Yeah, I'm gonna see the schedule. I'm gonna pull up the schedule real quick for Texas Tech real quick. Jenny, go ahead and do that.
I think, I think that they have very great opportunity to do great next season. I think that they could easily land in the top 3 area. If not, just win it all, win the entire division. But I for sure see them landing somewhere in the top 3 spots in the division.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I mean they are stacked.
Yeah.
absolutely stacked. Yeah.
Yeah, they also have they signed some good people too, and it's all the commits too. They Tech have, and they're pretty good players too. Some of them are ranked top 25 in the nation. So and I got them winning the Big 12. I think they'll go undefeated. And I think they're one of the big contenders in the whole college football realm behind Ohio State and Texas. So right there with them, in my opinion.
Yeah. So yeah, real quick, I do have their schedule. I want to break this down. So that we'll get a couple tune-up games. That's kind of how college football goes. So
Mhm.
there's going to be a couple games where there's it's just against smaller teams. So the first game of the year is August 30th, which is next month, against AR Pine Bluff. I mean, I have no idea what that is. And then we have Kent State, and Kent
Kidney?
State.
Oh,
Kent State literally doesn't even have a logo. So
Yeah.
like I don't know. And then a first real game against Oregon State, then Utah, then Houston, Kansas, and then back to So AR Pine Bluff, Kent State, Oregon State, Utah, Houston, Kansas, Arizona State, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, BYU, UCF, West Virginia. So like I'm gonna pull up the early Big 12 rankings because I kind of want to see where most people have this, because I just don't see Tech losing a game on that schedule unless they absolutely fumble. Okay, so the 724 Sports. Oh my goodness, I can't speak English. 247 Sports has Texas Tech ranked 2 in the division, and Arizona State at 1. I don't know if Arizona State's going to be as good without Scatterbo. He was the heart of their offense last year, so I'm really.
I mean, they did sign 23 4-star recruits.
Yeah, they're going to be good. I'm
Yeah.
just interested to see how that team looks without that, that running back.
Skibidi-doo.
Skibbity toilet. I really don't know. I have any idea. The 16 starters are returning, so they're still going to be a very good team. Sam Leavitt, their quarterback, is staying as well.
Scatterbuns, this guy.
Yeah, Scatterbuns. Yeah, I don't know. But, they make a good point. They won the Big 12 last year, so they should be the team to beat until otherwise. So, yeah, I'm fine with that. I think maybe the only loss on our schedule, Texas Tech schedule, that is, would be Arizona State. I just don't see. I guess it depends on quarterback play, but, I don't think Baron Morton has any excuses anymore. He has weapons galore. He has protection. And, Texas Tech defense might be one of the best in the nation because Jacob Rodriguez is staying, all that cornerback help, all the safety help. So I'm really, 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 really interested to see how this season goes for the Red Raiders. So, and the teams above them that were above them last year, TCU, Baylor, Colorado, Trey. I know you like Prime, man.
They're cooked, bro.
They are cooked. They lost their starting quarterback and they lost their best player. I'm really worried about Colorado. I truly don't know. I was hoping, if their only chance to really, I think, compete would have been in having a big transfer portal. They were the 19th ranked team in the portal. Only 4 4-stars came over.
Who's their 5-star quarterback that has coming in?
That is going to be. Is that this year or is that next year? I don't actually remember.
Let me see.
So that is Julian Lewis. Yeah, 2025. Okay, so he'll be there. He's the number 2 recruit. So I'm interested to see how he's able to do. He's going to be a freshman. If he starts, I'm interested to see. they still seemingly didn't get much better at offensive line. All of their 4-star transfers were not offensive linemen. They had a couple 3-star offensive lineman transfers, so maybe that will
Who's he gonna throw the
help a
ball
bit.
to?
Me? I don't know. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
I don't know. I don't know who's on
They
that
did
team.
get Hakeem Williams from FSU. He's a 4-star. He's a 4-star wide receiver. I mean, that could help. Is he, Travis Hunter? No. Sincere Brown as well too from Campbell. He's a transfer over. So they'll have a couple 4-star weapons. I'm still worried about that offensive line. And I'm not sure. I don't know how that team is going to look. They did get. I mean, he's their highest ranking. Julian Lewis is their highest ranking they've ever got. But I'm really worried. I don't think he's going to be. I think he's going to be in the same issue Shedeur was in. Oh my goodness, I have no time to throw. What's going to happen? And this time he doesn't have what Shedeur had, which was Travis Hunter, who was a top 3 wide receiver in the nation. I mean, it's just. I don't know. I'm definitely worried about them though, for sure.
Yeah.
And then BYU, they were great last year. Iowa State was great last year, and Arizona State was great last year. I don't see them getting terribly much worse. I'm the most rankings have Iowa State behind Texas Tech, and then have BYU a little bit behind them as well. I know that Kansas State did get, is hoping that their quarterback can take the leap as a second-year starter. So we'll see what happens there. But I don't know. I think this division's up for grabs, and I really do think that Texas Tech is going to end up on top and have a nice run to the playoffs. Because now if you're a power conference, you end up straight into the playoffs. So
Yeah.
Amish, we were talking Colorado. We're pretty sure they're cooked. Travis Hunter over Ashton Genty. Hey, one guy was in the playoffs, one guy was not. So I don't know.
One guy carried his team.
Yeah, one guy carried his team. The other, played both sides of the ball and couldn't have a playoff berth. But that's whatever. It's fine. Texas Tech will not end up on top. That is his. So that's Amish's. He doesn't want Texas Tech to hurt him again, like they have. Looking at the schedule, looking at the I'm taking a purely facts-based approach. Look at the schedule, look at the transfer portal, look at the team overall. I think they have a great chance to go undefeated in the Big 12, or at worst end up losing one game. So it all depends on. I think if Baron Morton takes. Okay, Mahomes was throwing to nobody, and his best player on defense was a Subway employee. Like, this is a much, much, much better team than Patrick Mahomes had, for sure. Mahomes never had no 13 4-stars in the transfer portal. I'm pretty sure that this team is a lot better than that team, specifically on defense, because that's huge. Like, if you have a good defense in the Big 12, I'm like, man, you could really make some noise in that division. So we'll see how that defense turns out. And come on, bro. We have Mr. Beast as our offensive coordinator. I mean, come on. I don't know if you guys have seen Texas Tech's offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
I mean, this guy looks just like Mr. Beast. It's actually insane. I mean, it's literally Mr. Beast. So I think that we are going to win because he's gonna sell chocolates or something on the sideline. So, but yeah, I mean, do you guys have any other thoughts on the Big 12 overall and the teams in there?
I gotta take winning it. I gotta take winning the Big 12, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think that having that good of a defense and that good of an offense, multiple 4-star wide receivers, an actual offensive line with 4-star talent, a 4-star running back, a lot, because the main team last year, the main offense last year was through Taj Brooks. So having an actual balanced offense, I think, is going to be really, really nice. And if Micah Hudson can actually read the playbook and learn like the plays, I'm really confident in this team. I don't know if there's a team in the Big 12 that has a defense as good on paper. Like, I really don't. And that's going to be a big, I think a big boon for them. And we have Mr. Beast, the offensive coordinator, and Leighton Stone. I mean, it's just over. Just give us the national championship at this point. I'm not going to go that far, but yeah, guys. So staying on the we're going to stay on college football here for a little bit. Where do you guys see Jeremiah Smith landing in the Heisman next year? He had a fantastic year last year. He was, in my opinion, the best wide receiver in college football last year. I mean, where do you guys see him next year? Do you think he can win a Heisman before he goes and becomes maybe the first overall pick in the NFL in 2026?
I think he can win Heisman, bro. I mean, last year he was the best. I think he's better. In my opinion, he was better than Travis Hunter last season. In my opinion, he was like, he reminded me a little bit of Marvin Harrison Jr. just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
With his route running and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's between him and Ryan Williams from Alabama. Because Ryan Williams was 17 years old at the time last season, and he was cooking grown men basically.
Yeah.
So it's between him and Jeremiah Smith, but I have Jeremiah Smith winning Heisman next year.
Okay.
In my opinion, has the best team around him to win it. But yeah, I think he might be the number one pick since Keyshawn Johnson in 1996. So I think he might win Heisman next season.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I think he's got a great contention for the Heisman. Just based off of what I saw last season, I think that he played well. I think I definitely have him in the top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
In contention.
Yeah, definitely. So the guys in the chat are asking who's the QB for Ohio State. All the signs are pointing to Julian Sayin. That's a pretty cool name, Julian Sayin. Like, what has Julian been saying? He already has a nice little tagline right there. But he's an incoming quarterback from Alabama. He's a transfer from Alabama. I am, and for Ohio State QBs, it's really weird. They're always as good as they need to be, to do what they need to do. So we'll see. He's going to have a loaded team. He's going to look obviously way better than he is. All he has to do is be able to throw the ball decently far, and Jeremiah Smith will go hawk it down. It's just, I'm not. And Will Howard, the outgoing quarterback, did say that Julian been saying is. So I messed it up. Will Howard been saying that Julian Sayin is the next QB. There we go. I did it. I'm gonna have to get used to that. So I could see Jeremiah Smith being in there. The rage bait on Arch Manning. I don't know. I have no idea what Arch is going to look like next year.
I think he might be good.
He had some flashes when he played. A lot of the speculation about Arch is, man, if he was so good, why was Quinn Ewers starting QB? And some people are saying because he's the senior, he earned it, all that. So we'll see. Arch has the reins. We'll see what happens with him. Texas is going to have a good team. They're a great program. They freaking stink though. So whatever. That was I did the thing where I complimented them that I had to diss them because I hate the Longhorns. Anyways, I could see Jeremiah Smith. I could see, you make a interesting point on Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams could be a name definitely in there. I think it's Jeremiah Smith's to win. Or to lose and to win. Like, he should be the guy to go get it. He had 1,315 yards last year, 15 touchdowns. Averaged 17 yards a catch. He added a touchdown on the ground rushing. I could see him taking that step and being that guy. I definitely could. He was a freshman doing all this, man. Like, just absolutely unbelievable. So I definitely could see Jeremiah Smith being that guy for sure. So, moving on here, one last topic on college football, our top 5 contenders. So top 5 programs you guys could see in the playoffs and could reasonably lift that trophy at the end of the year.
So I got Ohio State number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, I got Alabama. Number 3, I got Tech. Number 4.
That's what I like to hear, boy.
Number 4 is Texas.
Okay.
Number 5, Penn State. That's mine.
Okay. Gotcha.
For me, I would say Michigan, but Michigan's done.
What
bro. He
what
lost
about
to-
what about UNC? What about UNC with Bill
no,
Belichick?
Bro. No, dude, no.
No. Okay.
Now without his girlfriend, but if his girlfriend ain't there, then yeah. But that's if he keeps his job. If he does it because of her, then sorry, bro, you're cooked.
No Georgia. No Georgia there either.
No, I don't think. I think Kirby Smart is great, but last year looked shaky to me. I mean, last year their defense went down to number 4th after went 5th in the nation. Notre Dame, bro, they play in a soft conference, dude, in a stupid conference. So I don't want to hear that nonsense about Notre Dame. They play in a stupid conference that no one respects.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right.
it's mine.
Okay. All right, Jaden.
So I have Ohio State. I have Georgia at 2.
Georgia too. Okay.
I'm gonna put Tech at 3 as well.
Oof.
And then at 4, I'm gonna put Penn State, and then 5 Texas.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Ohio State 1. I'm gonna give them the respect that I think that they earned last year. I'm gonna go Ohio State 1. I'm gonna go like I'm a hater. If I wasn't a hater, I'd put Texas here at 2. But I'm a hater, so I'm gonna put Georgia at 2. I'm gonna go Georgia at 2, and then I'm going to go. This is where it gets tricky for me because I feel like I should give Oregon some respect as well. Top 5s are honestly kind of hard, so I'm gonna go Ohio State, Georgia, Texas, Oregon. So that's gonna be on my 4, and then 5. I like Notre Dame. I get your point about the kind of weird division. I get that. I like Penn State. I think Clemson could be good. I think LSU had a fantastic transfer class as well. They could be really good. Tennessee's always a great pick, and Alabama is as well. I'm gonna go Penn State at 5 though. I'm gonna go Penn State 5. So for me, it's Ohio State 1, Texas 2. See, I want to put them there, but I'm a hater. Georgia 2, Texas 3, Oregon 4, and then I'm gonna put Penn State at 5. I with all my heart want to put Texas Tech in that top 5, but I really want to see this team. I have to see this team play because they look great on paper. They're in a weaker division. They should be able to get to the playoffs. I think they should be able to. If they don't win their division, I feel like it's a down year. I think it was a missed opportunity for them if they can't win their division. I know every ranking has Arizona State above them. I think on paper Tech is better, but on paper doesn't win games. On the field wins games. So I want to see Tech on the field before I decide, if I want to put them up there in the top 10. But that's my top 5. So I'm really excited for this year of college football. Honestly, I'm more excited for college football than I am for the NFL because my team is ran by a 97-year-old loser. So I'm really not looking forward to that. But I'm looking forward to college football. Texas Tech could have a really big year. Wreck them. So that would be awesome to see them make the playoffs. That'd be huge for the school, huge for the program. So, yeah, guys, that's our overall. That's all the boys' top 5, contenders. And I appreciate that you guys put Tech in there. I'm sorry that I'm a little scared and not willing to do that yet. Someone banned Travis for saying Cowboys to the Super Bowl. I said last week that Cowboys are not allowed to be in the same sentence as Super Bowl or SB or anything. It's not allowed. Get it out
It's
of my
okay,
face.
bro. We had a guest on. He did the same thing. He did the same thing to the guests.
Oh, man. Yeah, Travis is actually rage baiting the guests. This is crazy.
And then he said that the guest said that Jordan's to go over LeBron.
Dude, I'm glad I wasn't here. He would have had a rough day. He had a really rough day.
You know why?
He's
You know what
lucky
he
I was at
said?
work.
You know what he said?
What do you say?
6-4 is because of ring count.
Okay, well, then obviously Bill Russell's the GOAT. So rings
Facts.
matter the most,
Yeah, thank
right?
God,
So,
thank God
Bill
you were
Russell's
here.
the
I
GOAT.
thought,
Dude, yeah, you're lucky. I'd have crashed out. I'd have definitely crashed out. Yeah, that would have been bad. That'd have been
Travis,
bad.
it's my laptop.
Travis,
bro.
this laptop, man. Let him charge his laptop, man. All right, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to a couple topics here. We're gonna talk a little golf, and then we gotta talk a little F1 too. I'll talk a little F1 at the end. No Sonny Hayes talk will be mentioned though, but we're gonna be talking about the real life Sonny Hayes, Nico Hulkenberg. So real quick, guys, golf. The Open is next week. We talked about who we thought would win it. So as we get closer, we'll start opening more and more of that up. So last I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about it. I don't really remember, but the Open's next week. And honestly, Rory, you gotta at least be in contention, man. I gave you 2 majors. I gave you 2 passes because you won the Masters, and I feel like you were drunk and you were just on a high after that. No more passes, man. I'm gonna need you to step up and play well. What are you guys' thoughts on the Open and your early contenders for the Open?
Rory McIlroy, here's the deal, man. You need to stop being drunk, dude. Get off the hangover. Get off being drunk. Get off the partying boat, and be that guy. Tiger Woods never partied after his major wins. He was ready for the next one. Like Tom Brady says. Someone asked Tom Brady, "What's your favorite ring, Tom Brady?" You know what he said? The next one. McIlroy, get out of the moment already. It was a good win. Top 2 tournament of all time in my lifetime. Behind the 19 Masters, in my opinion. Probably tied with it in my book. But here's the deal. You gotta stop it, bro. Just stop doing it. I want you to be better than Jack Nicklaus already. I want you to be my top 2 already, bro. I'm tired of this guy being top 2 on my list now. I'm tired of seeing Jack Nicklaus top 2 on my list already. I'm tired of it. So please, Roy, please get it done.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. I think honestly what's happening right now
He's drunk.
is that he's celebrating his Grand Slam, but I think kind of mentally he's like, I did it, so I kind of just coast now. Like I achieved what I wanted to, so let me just coast. And that's almost what it looks like, is he's just kind of coasting through these tournaments. But
Absolutely.
I think that he has the potential to continue to be great. I think he just has to want it.
Mhm.
So, I still have him in contention. I have him, and I still have to put my boy Scotty Scheffler up there. So,
Yeah. Scotty's the best golfer in the world. I definitely could see him up there. I want to say that it being his home course, home country, that Rory will finally snap out of this funk. I really hope so. We'll see. My early pick, like I said last time, it's too close. Next week I'll start actually making my picks, but until then I'm just gonna have Scotty as the placeholder. I might end up still picking Scotty. Like his game really suits an Open. We'll see. Because he's the best iron player in the entirety of golf right now, and the Opens typically reward iron play. So we'll see. But I'm gonna go Scotty 1 right now. Rory's just been looking really rough. So in other golf news, because we got nothing else for golf, Tiger was out looking without his calf on his leg. Wait, what does that even mean? Wait, can you reword that for me?
Okay, sorry. Tiger's walking out in a tournament, but that was calf on his leg.
Without his calf on his leg?
Yeah.
calf, a cast or calf?
The cast, my bad. The cast, dude.
Cast.
My
Oh,
bad.
I was like, this dude, his calf is so jacked up they surgically removed it. Okay, his cast. Okay, I got you. He was walking without his cast. Okay, I got you. I mean, guys, Trey, I know you want to see it again. I
He's
know
gonna
you
win
do,
again.
man. Tiger's done, bro.
No, he's not. He's gonna win.
Tiger's done, bro. He can't stay
He's
healthy.
gonna do it. I
He
think
can't
he can.
even.
gonna
Oh
do it.
man,
He's
no,
gonna do it.
I don't.
If he does it, bro, I'm gonna cry on his
I've
podcast.
said maybe he could win a minor and become the all-time leader in wins. I could see that. You know, he gets hot one week. I just don't see how him getting hot is going to align with a major. We'll see.
I think he'll do. I think he'll
but
do it, man.
we'll definitely see. In other news, the other Woods family member, Charlie, has won another event. He's playing a lot better as of late. I mean, what do you guys? I know Trey, you're super high on Charlie.
Yeah, man.
I'm not quite as high on Charlie, but I mean, where do you guys see? What's the realistic? I think what's his ceiling? What is his ceiling? What's the best he could possibly do? You think?
I think he'd be a good golfer, but I think I don't think he'll be better than his dad. In my book, I think his
he's not
dad.
gonna be better.
Nobody would be better than his dad, in my opinion. I don't care who you are. You have to win a Grand Slam. We had to win 2 Grand Slams, 4 majors in a row. You have to have 143 cuts consecutively. You have to be world number 1 for like 15 years, basically, like Tiger Woods.
It's not happening.
Until then, you'll never be to go, in my opinion. So I think Charlie might be like maybe a good golfer one day. But golf's a hard sport, though. I think ain't like basketball and football where you walk in with the ball and you're just using your hands and your feet and your footwork and all that stuff. But like, I think he'll be all time. I think he'll be a good golfer one day,
Yeah.
but not better than Tiger Woods.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he'll be a good golfer. Personally, I mean, he might, but I just don't ever see him having just based off of his what I've seen. I don't know if he'll ever really ever pursue the tour.
Okay.
I think he'll be a great golfer, but I just feel like he won't ever, be a full-time tour golfer.
Okay. I'm really interested. So he did have a pretty big jump up in the American Junior Golf Association, the AJGA. He was, ranked 600 and something, and then he won at the Team TaylorMade Invitational. He jumped up to number 14, and now he rests at number 19. So he is a top 20 junior golfer. That I feel like that's a huge jump for him. He's only played 4 events. A lot of these guys have played, 8, 7, 11 events. But I think he could get his tour card, and I could see him maybe peak because he's going to play. He's been playing golf his whole life. He has Tiger Woods in his back pocket. Like obviously I think he's gonna be a good golfer. I'm gonna say his ceiling is winning an event on tour, not a major, just an event. And I think that's a realistic and reasonable expectation to have for him.
Yeah.
I know that's very, very hard, but I saw Wesley Bryan win an event on tour. Now he's a YouTube golfer, so I think it's definitely possible for him to be able to do that. So he's definitely improved a lot. I will give him credit where credit is due. He's improved a lot. We're going to move over to Trey always just finds a way. We're going to move over to some combat, some UFC. So the president of the United States did
President
announce.
Trump.
Okay, that's the same thing. It's the
No,
same
it's
guy.
not.
Everyone knows who the president of the United States is. He announced that there's going to be a UFC event at the White House next year because the USA turns 250 years old. I don't even know where they'd put it. Are they going to put it outside? Like, where are they gonna, it's got to be outside. There's no way they're going to put an octagon in like the Capitol. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's 16 stories in that White House, dude. 16 stories.
Yeah.
And there's a golf stimulator he has in there already. A golf stimulator, inside golf stimulator already.
Yeah. I mean, I just.
And he has a tennis court too, and all that.
Are they going to put him in the rotunda? Like, I don't like, where are they going to put it? I think it's probably going to be outside if it actually happens. I've seen some speculation on what the card would be. I've seen stuff from Conor McGregor versus Chandler to Adesanya versus Sean Strickland. I saw someone say Tom Aspinall versus John Jones. Guys, John Jones is not going to fight Tom Aspinall.
He is.
Tom Aspinall's going to have to get shot in the chest 56 times.
He's going to fight him, bro.
Before he will fight him. He's not going to fight him.
He's going to fight him.
He's waiting to see if Tom is going to lose. Because why would he fight him now? He gave him the belt. Why would he fight him now? It just makes no sense. I think Sean Strickland has to be on the card too. I do like the Sean Strickland versus Adesanya matchup. I like that quite a bit. I think that'd be fun. I don't think Conor McGregor is going to come back. I don't think John Jones is going to come back. I'm sorry. Maybe because it's at the White House and him and President Trump are buddies. Maybe. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure. I don't even know where they're going to put this octagon at. But hey, man.
I'll go, man.
They're going to do it. I know you're going to go. Real quickly, guys, before we get out of here, we have ran a little bit long. Well, not me. I got here like 30 minutes ago. But, a pretty packed episode today. Real quickly here, I don't even know if Amish is still here or not. If he's not, I'm sorry, Amish, you're about to miss the F1 talk. But Silverstone did happen. The British Grand Prix happened last weekend. It was quite the interesting race. Max Verstappen had just an absurd lap to make pole position there at Silverstone. He was not able to hold on because his team is full of like 2-year-old toddlers trying to figure out what to do. They had him on a dry setup when it was raining, so he ended up spinning out. He dropped down to like P11 or P13, and then he made it back to P5 overall. But no, I mean, guys, this was a fantastic race. McLaren went 1 and 2 again because they have the best car by a country mile. It's not even close, especially in race. Their car is just undefeatable. But the big thing about this is Nico Hülkenberg, a driver for Kick Sauber, had his very first podium. And guys, I mean, I know you guys don't watch F1. This is like, this is like Nico Hülkenberg getting a podium in a Kick Sauber is like, I don't even know. I can't even think of another explanation for it in a different sport because it's so hard to. This guy's been racing for forever. He's never had a pole position. He's raced on a lot of teams. This Kick Sauber was awful last year. I mean, I think they scored 1 point. It was Zhao Guanyu scored them 1 point all of last year, which means out of all the races, only one time did a driver finish in the top 10 out of, the 20 cars on the grid. So this was awesome. Nico Hülkenberg started extremely the starting grid. He was P19. He went from P19 all the way to P3. I know there were some restarts, but he still had a heck of a race. He was the driver of the day, and fantastic from Nico. I mean, that's just huge props to him. Really, really happy for him and for Kick because this is their last year on the grid. They're at least going to finish it off with some kind of high. And then the next race, we have a 2-week break. The next race will be in Belgium, July 25th. So Red Bull, if you're watching, please figure out what to do with that tractor of a car before Belgium. I'm begging you, because I cannot bear to watch Max Verstappen go through this. It's awful. It's so awful. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap us up today. Quite the packed episode. Trey wants to talk about Dutton's.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna let you do this. We're an hour and 40 in. So go ahead and okay. I don't even know any of these guys. So James Dutton, Spencer Dutton, or John Dutton III. Which one's better?
I got John Dutton III, bro. He's the GOAT. He has a killer mentality. I mean, he kills somebody on a Yellowstone. Kevin Costner's the best actor in my book. Great guy. Behind Denzel Washington. My favorite actor now is John Dutton, is Kevin Costner. So, because of him, bro, Nick, this is for you, bro. Look. For you, Nick. See, bro.
He better show me his boots.
I got boots, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. Now because of him, I want to work on the ranch now, bro. You Nick's scared for me. Nick's scared for some reason.
I'm not scared for Trey
He's
to work
scared.
at the
Jaden,
ranch.
he's scared, bro. He's scared, dude. But anyways, John Dine the third's a goat, man. He's a king of ranches. He's a king, bro.
Okay. All right. Sure. John Dunn the third.
And then to make another Yellowstone of 1944 of him being younger. So you're going to see him when he's younger, guys. How he was.
Okay. We'll see.
Because if he wanted you dead, he'll do himself, like Trevor said.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I don't watch it. I'm gonna take your word for it.
Watch it, Nick. You got to watch the show.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
You won't regret it. I thought it was stupid too. Like, I ain't no cowboy guy, and I watched him. Like, yeah, show's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
All right.
But anyways, College Football 26 comes out today. It came out today. I've been balling on it. Nick's scared to play the game. So
I'm not scared to play the game at all.
He's scared. Jaden, he's scared,
I'm
bro.
not scared. I don't know how I'm scared. How am I scared to play it?
I beat him last time.
I said you did not beat me last time.
I beat you, bro.
You did not beat me. We didn't play. We dodged.
Yeah, we
me.
did. I played
did
you.
we? Oh yeah, and I beat you.
No, you did it.
Yeah, I
No, you
did. I
did.
beat you. Dude, stop lying. You lying.
Travis.
Get that lion out of here. Get that lion out of here, bro. Get that lion out of here.
Travis, come on the pod next week, bro.
You can take my spot. Travis, now you got to join. All four of us, nothing's going to happen. I mean, nothing's going to get done if Travis, he's going to rage bait. I don't even know if he's allowed to be on this podcast.
He's gonna be the Skip Bayless of the podcast.
Yeah, he's
bro.
going to be the Skip Bayless of the pod for sure. Real quickly, though, so Dan Orlovsky is signing a long-term deal for ESPN. Your thoughts on that? And do you think Skip Bayless is going to make a return?
I think Dan Orlovsky is a great football mind. He's really good. If ESPN's actually a long-term deal, bro, he really made it in the business, bro. Like, people get fired. I mean, a couple years ago, he fired Keyshawn Johnson, Jalen Rose, half the squad at ESPN. I think he will make so. Back to Skip Bayless now. Skip Bayless. So right now, Stephen A's been out of town, on vacation after a long work of. Plus, he signed a contract deal. I think Skip will make his debut on national television this fall. And I know everybody doesn't want to see that happening, especially Nick Rankin. He doesn't want to see it. He doesn't want to see it. But here's the deal. It's going to happen, bro. I think he took a year off to know that he's stupid for what he did to Shannon Sharp. And I think he'll be back on First Take, back on ESPN. That's my thoughts about that. And Nick doesn't want to hear it. But that episode, that podcast of Skip Bayless show with Stephen A. and Skip, that kind of confirmed it for me. So, yeah. But then Orlovsky, congrats to you, bro.
Yeah, congrats to Dan.
Great football mind.
Yeah,
I think Mina's better than him. There was a football mind, in my opinion.
Who?
Mina Kimes is a great football mind too.
Oh, Mina Kimes is very underrated.
She really is. She really is underrated, bro.
She's very underrated. I think she's very good as well. Yeah, congrats to Dan and Skip Bayless. I hope you're never on national television ever again. So that's honestly all I have to say.
And John Dine the third's the GOAT, man. Him and Harvey Specter. And Jordan LeBron's a tie in my book.
Man, what was the guest's name today?
Javen Patrick. Shout out to you, Javen.
Javen Patrick, thanks for coming on the show. I'm sorry I was able to miss it. Honestly, you're probably thankful I was unable to miss it. I would have had some major pushback on your basketball GOAT debate. So unfortunately I was at work. So you live to see another day, Javen. I'm kidding. I'm glad you joined. Hope Randall High School. Is he a football coach?
He's a quarterback coach. Yeah,
quarterback coach.
It's supposed to be head coach. It's his first year, dude, as a head coach for football coaching.
Okay, so he's the quarterback coach at Randall High School. Hopefully they have a great year this year. Pulling for you guys over there at Randall High, Javen. Even though you have MJ as the GOAT, I'm still pulling for you guys. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap us up today. Appreciate you guys being here. Sorry I wasn't able to make it on the first half, but popped right in after Trey said I was scared. He knows I'm not scared. He knows I'm always here for a challenge. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys.
Giveaway.
Giveaway soon, end of the month. Yeah, probably. Yeah, guys, we're gonna get out of here. You guys have a fantastic rest of your night. If you're watching, if you watch live, thanks for joining us. If you're gonna watch later, thanks for joining us then as well. So we will see you guys next time, next week. So we'll see you guys then. Peace. We're not answering.